So then you started that career. Obviously, probably day one, I would assume you weren't saying, "Hey, Mr. Manager, Mr. Boss, I'm ready to go to Germany now." So how did you navigate those first couple years, and how did you set yourself up to be in a position to make it happen?
Sure. So I would say a lot of it was luck, but I can say with hindsight a few things that were really helpful. And again, this is probably specific to my career or professional services in general. But you come to learn that one of the easiest ways to get a job abroad is to have a skill that is not that is in demand somewhere else, because that just streamlines the visa process. And you can, similar to the H1 visa in the United States, you can cut in line in other countries, and that approval is easy. And one of those skills that is sort of inherently exclusive to the United States is the accounting standards that are in the United States. Being a CPA in the US, knowing US generally accepted accounting principles, which is sort of the language of an accountant here, is considered to be a very highly technical skill abroad. The reason for that partly is just the what, for better or for worse, it's the U.S. dominance in securities markets, and the fact that U.S. listed companies, which have to report under U.S. GAAP by law, have subsidiaries all around the world, and all those subsidiaries need to be audited to the U.S. standards. So by being a U.S. CPA, you are sort of automatically qualified to have those special skills that other people don't have around the world. And for someone else to become a US CPA is someone living outside of the United States is extremely challenging. And so that was kind of the ticket for differentiating yourself or setting yourself up from the standpoint of the receiving firm wanting you and being able to use you. As it relates to the US firm that I was working for and kind of setting myself up for success there, it just had to do with taking on responsibility and showing that I could handle the tasks that they gave to me. Because ultimately, the way that the arrangement works is that the US firm sends you to a host firm abroad, basically on their recommendation. I can touch on this briefly, but my interview to go work in Germany was a joke for all intents and purposes. They basically wanted me to clarify the experience that I had, but there was no technical questions to stump me. There was no really, I would say, objective analysis of whether or not I would be a good fit over there. They were really taking my qualifications and my good standing in the U.S. firm as sufficient to bring me